in entertainment and more. And I've got the man who knows it all relating to entertainment. And of course, I've got you also because you will be part of this conversation if you send us WhatsApp messages reacting to the headlines this morning. And that will be on 0809 4440981 will be where we get the thoughts in this morning. James, what are you agitated
Hey,
about?
come on, Lagos. I don't know what. Excuse me. You just said something earlier. That, the
What are
man
you
who knows everything. I don't know everything.
what are you
Shout out
agitated
to you,
about?
Mazino Apio. But
Yeah.
we try. We just I mean, basically, the show is about airing your opinion.
Okay.
You know, I mean, everybody, which is why we can have just maybe a few people in the studio, but most of you
Yeah.
be able to do yours
That's the
via
most important part. Where they
exactly
even
YouTube,
come in.
WhatsApp,
Oh,
or
yes. They can also go to youtube.com/smooth 981 FM Lagos to get their thoughts across this morning. So let's begin. Pick
yeah.
up the pace with this story. Well, we're going to look at this child. They say when a child washes her hand or uses her hand very well, they would eat with elders. But it seems lately this child, the hand she extended to eat with elders or probably receive the hands of elders got her big knocks in some ways that she had to explain herself, but people have been trolling at some point. Nomi, expectant Nigerian singer, Ira Star, Sabi Girl, and all of that, she is in the news once again and in the Grapevine, where she's revealing the tactics she uses to deal with trolls. So help us dig into this.
Okay, so she was. I think it was an interview where she was asked how she manages the trolls and stuff. I think in recent times she had to deal with a lot, especially with that incident with
King Sonia.
King Sonny Ade and Burna Boy's mom. Even though she came back to explain herself and to try to make people understand that she really, really didn't see or just, and which personally I understand. Sometimes the lights, the place can be a bit dark. You're just not sure. Even if um what's it called, even without the lights or whatever, sometimes the whole eyes on you, she's trying to get herself together. She was just probably confused. But even at that, people were not taking it any lightly with her. And so I can understand the trolls at this point in time. It's not the first time she's had it severally in her career, where it can be about what she's wearing, it can be about what she said, it can be a song, it can be anything. She has dealt with it. And for her, she's saying that she just let them be and say whatever you want to say, And if it's too much, she will block. It's as simple as that. Truth is that social media is a place where, like they say, the global village, where you can, from in your house in Lagos here, go and attack. In fact, send one of those gifs or memes to slap a Chris Brown in America for whatever reason. People can troll, people can expect, they just type and that's as long as you have data. So, but it's what it is. So you have to learn how to, and I think over time, even with training, Arasta would have been trained, or she would have learned how to guard herself from all of those things. Because sometimes I think the comments can be really, really hurtful, even for people that are not. Look, sometimes you can maybe express yourself or type a comment on a post on social media, and some other random person might just, and you think you have sense, you think you're missing something nice, and somebody from somewhere will just come and say, just say something nasty to you.
A professor's professorship he earned for 10 years or 25 years can be at stake for just one tweet. And one person who's just have a primary school certificate with 200 naira, just 200 MB will just bring you down with just one tweet and you are gone. Have you read the tweets of the Kaduna politician Sani, that's
He's
Afro,
popular. He's always there. Yes.
Marxist looking? It takes the bashing most times.
Oh, he's also not. He's not. He's not always not nice to himself. He comes there ready for whatever. He says whatever he wants to say. He expresses himself however he wants and expects feedback, and he does it. He's good. Some people enjoy the trolling. Some people enjoy the banter. So I think it depends.
So for Ira Star, I don't know how she didn't see that coming. You see, when you wake up in the morning, pray not to be set up by your elders. The same elders who extended their hands to you. You would have thought they would have like, don't you mean just give you this?
Absolutely.
But yet it was.
Another funny thing.
I say honestly, I didn't envy her honestly when I saw what happened.
Another funny thing. My friend Joke from Instagram just said that that some people that write or those things, comment those things on social media are actually not real. And not real in the sense that some people just sort of create burner accounts where they can go and just say whatever they want. They cannot say it first, like themselves. They cannot put their faces to it to say, okay, I disagree with this, or I feel like this about you. But they just create on just one random account where they will now be using to cause mayhem on social media.
And you know,
So yeah.
some of these trolls have earned notoriety already, i.e., Daniel Rega. There's another guy.
Oh no, you can't call
I
Daniel
know,
like
no,
a
how they
troll.
started. No, come on, no, you know how it all started. It wasn't. No, I'm saying it's a transformative stage. They've moved from that stage where their opinion now becomes something people look forward to. It now begins to matter. From trolling, they've metamorphosed and into something positive.
Well, I mean, you can say that, but even at that, it might not just be trolling. I don't. You know, sometimes we say it. People are. You have a right to express yourself however you want. I think trolling, where it becomes trolling is when you become abusive or disrespectful to people's opinions or how they choose to be on social media. It might not even be social media, but what you know about the person outside, and you now come on social media to come and type all sort of disrespectful things to them. That's where it comes to trolling. Trolling is actually the where you now sort of try to demoralize or hurt people with your words.
Thanks, James Silas. Once
Yeah.
again, we'd like you to get your thoughts across on the conversation into the Grapevine on 0809-444-0981. And let's get the thoughts moving. And let's pick up this next one. Asha, it's been a long while. No, 2 years look like ages anyway, but it's not like it's been decades. But Asha is the one, the Mount Found, the Mountain Crooner, Bimpe's Crooner, and Brother Ole Crooner. She is back at it again. We're expecting something from her, and that simply tells us that Odo is the title.
It's Odo.
Odo. So that's what we're expecting now. So should we be expectant of something? We always know Asha has got a signature of this time around.
Oh, absolutely. So I think that song should have gone live now because if you know that I slept off waiting for 12 midnight, that's when she was supposed to release the song was supposed to go live. So it's satisfied. So but on her page, she had posted snippets like you can I know that this song will be a beautiful song. I don't know how hard they'll go with the promotion here, but Asha is like one of the favorites. She's somebody that talk about 2 years and that I didn't even know it was up to 2 years. I just feel like I listen to Asha. I have a lot of her songs on my playlist, you understand? So although I think he's one of those songs that is supposed to cut across. Sometimes it feels like Asha makes music for a niche market, but although sounds like for everybody. All right.
But this Odo is sounding something like what I hear from our neighbors, our cousin.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, it's Odo, the same Odo. Like I think it means that one. It means like love, my love, or my bae or whatever. So yeah.
Okay, so I hope she won't be accused of maybe cultural appropriation and all of
Oh,
that.
please, move on.
Okay, let's move on now. So let's pick up the next story coming up now. Wheezy is in it. The president of the Wheeze FC Nation is at it once again. But it seems there might be what you call a sense of concern for Wheezy because this is saying, I can't wait to get to my old usual self once again. And so, what's really the problem? What's really aching Wheezy? Should we be worried?
No, I don't think you should be worried like that. And it's quite direct. It's the loss of his mom. Um, I think that it really hit him real hard, real bad. Especially where I don't think they saw it coming. You know, his mom wasn't really that old. In terms of wasn't frail. She looked healthy. So I mean, the what's it called took her real quick. So I think he's still dealing. He's still mourning. He's still he's still grieving. So I really think that it's not a bad thing that he decided to stay away from a lot of activities or even with how he has to act or behave in public. He's been so I saw him on the red carpet where he went to take pictures and photos and
Jada?
stuff. Yeah, with the Jada one and just at that Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Events
In London, yeah, that
yeah,
London, the
so
UK.
the way so normally maybe people expected that he was supposed to be smiling and laughing as he was showing up, but he sort of almost kept a straight face, stood for the pictures and everything, but didn't really look lively like we've known him to be. But like I said, that they should just give him time. He's in his like a low point for himself right now. But you people should not complain when he returns and his high, or did he say on his high or something? But
Mhm.
he's coming back. He's going to come back. I think he'll be fine. He'll be all right.
Before we let Whiskey just, leave him to his space
Yeah.
at some point in time, but I'm looking at the comments he made relating, that's where he talks about on his Instagram, where he
Mm.
said, quote, look in the mirror, don't feel myself. Mama left me and I lost myself.
Yes.
Can't wait to feel myself again.
Yes.
Life of a soldier, military with it. Until then, I just slap away for free. So leave me. But
Yeah.
beyond this, is it in our place or in our culture to go for therapy over a loss of someone would love so much?
I mean, absolutely. We know that's not really our thing yet. We are still, even in this part of our world, we are still, it's still difficult for somebody to admit or, go in to say, be diagnosed for mental health issues or mental health instability, whatever it is, but it's still difficult here for us. People have been dealing with it for, out there. That's something that's been happening for a while, but here we didn't think it was. We just thought that this one the place, maybe he's on drugs, that's how we had put it on our own part of the world. But really, even with grieving, I've seen a lot of situations where people have to go in for counseling, have to go in for um, mental evaluation. They have to help them to get back, sort of manage the situation. Maybe not get back to where you're coming from, but sort of manage the situation. And then for people who have lost somebody really, really close to them, you always they never stop grieving. They almost never stop grieving because they continue. Sometimes there are flashbacks. They just sort of go back into that space and they become moody because I can be for maybe 1 minute, 30 seconds, but they just sort of it hits them and then just wallow back into that situation.
Now, do you see this as something that would maybe subconsciously creep into, even when it decides to get back to music, it begins to tell the tone, dictate what it puts out?
It depends. It depends. For some people, they are able to manage it where it doesn't affect their work. While for others, you know, they start telling or making music around that same situation. I won't be surprised if when he puts out, maybe if it's another album, a long play, compilation, I feel like he might decide to put a record or two for his mom again. Do you understand? So, but I think he's going through a phase, and it's only proper that we just respect and let him
Hmm.
deal. He'll be back, like you said.
But while he's grappling with this, is a public figure, and now the Grammys organizers, they release a list, and then what kind of disrespect is that? We can't find our Weezy's name among that. I mean,
Okay.
they don't know Weez FCs. They don't know who these guys are.
Let me try and see if I can explain it explain it in a way that might be either acceptable or just, you know, take it or leave it. Do you understand? So I want to assume that what they tried to do with that thing that they did at the Grammys, the listing, is actually focus on the direct winners of those awards, direct nominees or winners of the awards. Um, if you go to like Wikipedia, for instance, any of these artists, you see where even if you've been nominated or even if you win an award, there are places where they write one and they put the himself or herself. Do you understand? But they to an extent don't really put a lot of I mean, what's his name? Oris is not here today, but one of the things I always say
Yeah.
when it comes to the Grammys and the winners back here in Nigeria is that you say Burna Boy won an award for himself with his own record directly to himself. But someone like Wizkid, that Burna Boy will say, this your own, even though it's the same plaque, but when they put it on the scale, they say this one was the one for Burna Boy, who received it directly for his own record, will be heavier than the one for Wizkid, who did it in collaboration with sorry, with Beyonce.
Okay.
So That's the, and then for what's her name? Even what's
Oh,
her name again?
Thames was there.
Thames also has
was
gotten,
yes.
you know, by virtue of her collaboration
Association.
with Future. Do you understand? So they look at those awards as the attachments part of, because there are some other producers who worked with these people.
Are you James? Are you?
No, but it's not.
Did
it's
you
not,
just say this guy's
it's
the
not,
attachment?
No, it's not
Okay.
in a disrespectful way.
Okay.
He has a plaque, whether you like it or not. He has one.
So why won't you publish his name there?
No, but that's what I'm saying, that these guys might be dealing with the people who have directly been nominated and, have won the award directly for themselves, not based on affiliation. Not Whiskey cannot claim ownership of the Beyonce record. Same way that Thames cannot claim ownership of.
Well, they brought their talent to make
They
that
did.
work look unique.
Absolutely, they did.
So why
But
you are taking away from that?
no, they're not taking away from it. Ownership of the record is probably what they focused on. And I don't think they are the only ones that were omitted from that list. I'm sure if you go through that list in terms of collaboration, they probably did not mention the secondary collaborators on those records. They just mentioned the actual and direct owners of the record.
All right, my people, now you see why they say in some places in Africa that this is my own and this is our own. There's a whole world of difference. Now you know. But it's still the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1 FM. We'll be back. Still more to pick up. Let's get your thoughts coming to 0809 444 0981. You can also go down to YouTube and see us there. YouTube.com/smooth 981 FM. Stay tuned.
Who's calling me on live radio? I don't understand. How many seconds do we have?
Just barely enough up to 30 seconds.
No, let me cut it. I'm calling on this.
It's time to begin. Make sure it's complete Nasco cornflakes. Nasco cornflakes, nourishing anytime.
We're back. It is still the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1 FM, still picking it up. And we know that the man, James Silas, is still here.
Yeah, I'm here, of course.
All right, James, let's move away from Grammy-related issues now. Let's go over to actions they say will generate consequences. And the thing is, when it happens, do you have the chest to chest it or own it, own your, as they say out there? So, but actress Lillian Afegba is apologizing to women in their 30s who felt insulted previously. And what's she really talking about? What's she all about?
I mean, basically talking about maybe her aunties back in the day that she used to laugh at, to say they're old, just teasing them back then. Maybe not directly, or it might be directly or indirectly, do you understand? But now it's just funny. But Leland is a very funny character on social media. I think she just gets into a certain element and then has fun with it. So, but of course, she was basically apologizing that looking at her own age now, and I think she was talking about being in school or going to school, and then the way they address her to in school in a respectful manner. So, and this is her feeling young or not feeling old, not thinking that it's supposed to be a problem, but then so she just feel like, her sins of yesteryear are now haunting her. So, but it's funny, really.
Okay, well, that's just really nothing. So
no, nothing serious. Just catching trips.
All right, let's pick up this next story now, where we reach out to Celine Dion at this time. It's a very trying one for that family.
Yeah.
It's in when tragedies come to some families, it's a back-to-back and hit-to-hit from the husband to Renee, and then down to the brother, and then it just keeps going on. But we understand now there's a plan to create a movie now around Celine Dion and how she's trying to overcome this stiff person's syndrome. Do you see these as being able to shine the light on this this ailment in itself?
Yeah, no. So I think that what has actually happened is that they were probably working on that before. I mean, Celine Dion is somebody who I feel like her story needed to be told, from whether she has any issues right now or not, but she's one of those success stories that needed to be told anyway. So I think that that's something that's been has been in the works earlier, and this is a very vital part of our life. You understand? Where I feel like it will be I don't know if it will be somehow to want to shield, not want to have this as part of the story. And I think that it's only proper that you tell us a full story, a wholesome story of Celine Dion's life, instead of trying to hide or sweep the other one under the, because this is really, really part of the story. And I mean, how many years ago she was performing? I think she was on stage when that thing hit her, on stage, and then I'm trying to remember if that was, yeah, because like she was performing and then it happened, and that was the end of the performance, and then till date, she still didn't.
And then she was trying to go back for the tour, and then she kept, and then at one point she just said, she announced that she was calling it off, and that's where we are right now.
Yes.
But I'm scared as a Celine Dion fan, I own up to it because, of course, on my way to work in the morning, I have a playlist that would end up with Celine Dion. I'm just scared to wake up to that fact that it is more like a send forth sort of thing. This is all working around right now, and they're helping. They want to prepare our minds towards what the inevitable would be like.
I'm hoping that it won't get to that point, when inevitable. I'm hoping I won't get to that point, but but hopefully not. Hopefully not. I don't know when it comes to this, and I think it will take a little research, or we need to actually research specifically to be sure about how it ends with this of course, it might be that she's been managing it for a while, and I mean, they have got doctors who are also able to, who have kept her so long. I don't know how deadly it can be.
Knowing that people, from the facts, they're saying little is still known. It's still a gray area for research and all of that.
Absolutely. So I'm really hoping that she can still pull through. She can still pull through. I'm hoping so, but even at that. I don't know. We just have to keep praying for her.
And our hearts would always go on to Celine Dion at any time. Do you have any other favorites?
Oh, wow.
You have a catalog.
So I'm trying to remember the title of this particular one that I think that would be my favorite, apart from the regular ones that we know. But this one, she did it with one violinist. Waiting for you. That one. That was title.
Yeah.
Yes, that's like my favorite. I mean, apart from My Heart Goes On, and some other, a lot of them. I mean, but that particular one, anytime I listen to that one, it's a powerful collaboration. I love it.
Oh, that collaboration with R. Kelly was something too,
Yeah, I like that one. That one too was powerful. That one was iconic. That was like powerhouse. Oh wow.
Okay, let's move on. Let's get some messages in now. We're just having too much fun to forget that we've got messages in here. Let's go on to see what messages look like. Benga Kamu's message is already there for us. Been waiting a while now. Sorry for keeping you waiting. It says, if an elder extends his hand, that's going to Sabi girl now. So she's Sabi next time. If an elder extends his hand for an handshake, well, it's you, the younger person, that should have sense to accord him due respect. But Sabi girl has apologized, so make the matter die. Benga Kamu's thought now. And then I would find okay, AY from Oniru's message is just simple. Giving Asha flowers. Asha is timeless. Whatever she throws out, it just grows.
It will. I mean, maybe not for everybody. Some people, I still believe that she's not particularly your average pop / Afrobeat artist. She caters to a niche market, whether knowingly or unknowingly. But she makes classic music. She makes timeless music. So it's not for everybody still.
Never in a hurry. From 2007, the self-titled album down to Imperfect and all of those. It's just, I can't.
She's phenomenal.
I can't find a fault in any of it. I'm trying to.
No,
I go in there to go look for fault, but okay, let's go. Tayo's waiting, and let's get Tayo's message in. Tayo, how many messages are you sending in? Let's go on. Okay. Another way to troll, to address troll is not to set yourself up for dragging. Me too, Sabi, one or two things. Tayo, this guy, find him on the streets. That's it. Okay. And then James Silas sleeping on duty before Asha release a new song. What's going on with this my energy?
That's Tayo, right?
And yes.
Tayo, I was sleeping on duty.
Yes, Tayo.
I had it right. That was past my sleeping time. I was just desperate, all right?
And then comes in, it goes on. It's not done yet, he says.
Yeah.
I end this message like Rega. No offense. And then it goes on here. The weekend is already here. Please don't forget to branch by. Use the Diocese, the church for administration.
Kyle, go away, you're a troll. Just go away.
And then Cisco Delgado's message is waiting. And then he goes on with this. When elders extend their hands, one needs to be very wise to shake those hands. Again, if you shake, they say you shake. You don't, out of respect, they say you've held the elders' hands are hanging.
Exactly.
Oh, anyway.
No, but there's just the it's what it is, whether you know whoever accepts or not. That when you meet your elder, you show respect, and especially when tradition. This is I mean, I don't think we've not swept up. Our culture is still valid. You know, so when you meet an elder person, you don't stretch your hand first. You greet. If the person stretches their hand, you use two hands and shake the person properly. You know, and if I mean, it's what it is. And especially when you now have like a real Omoluabi. And then we have a whole icon like no, let me put like when you have an icon like King Sunny Ade, he's not even just an icon, he's also an elderly man, he's a grandfather, he's a superstar. And then we now have the young one who walks in. You know, it's only proper that you need. Come on.
See, even if KSA, I mean King Sunny Ade is not angry, people are angry on his behalf.
Do you know that if you see like we've had situations, what's his name? Wizkid.
Oh, don't even go there.
Wizkid, he went straight down.
Full length, he gives full length.
Yes, he did that. David, the same thing. And a lot of other people. What's his name? I think two about to Orlando. You so that's what we expect.
No, that's
it's Orlando.
No, not Orlando.
Julius.
Olaya, I think.
Julius Olaya.
Olaya, yes.
That one. So
Baby Mida,
correct. So, but I mean, generally, just saying that it's only proper that I still believe that, you know, sometimes when you walk into this crowd where you have all eyes and it can be confusing, really. You just have to let it go.
We don't rest our case before now. Yeah. Let's move on to the final story this morning, where we understand that Kanye West, is it back to Ye? Is it Ye or Kanye? Where are we with him?
Call him anyone. Once you say Kanye, Ye, they are all
Ye. Okay, let's move on. So Kanye West has engaged is in the eye of the storm once again. And sometimes paparazzis can be very annoying. Why would you go ask a man if you're controlling his wife, if he controls his wife, or don't give her room to express herself? And how he reacted and said, you think because you're white, you can raise those questions with me. Did he go too far with that?
No, I don't think he went too far. I thought it was also disrespectful to be asking him. I mean, sorry, it was a DUMB question to be asking him that, is it true that you control your wife? What kind of question is that? Like, what do you expect? You say, yes, I control her. What are you going to do? You're going to call the cops for me? Do you understand? Because, and I feel like when it comes to Kanye and his wife's relationship, he enjoys, that's what he wants to do. That's what they both enjoy to do. You understand? I mean, maybe later we might hear, or maybe later but I don't think it should. But hey, I wanted to say, I don't think it should concern anybody, but really, he's a celebrity, he's in public space, and people will always want to.
But what if the optics, the public we are seeing, it shows that somebody is not free in the relationship? And if this is what he couldn't do with Kim?
I mean, to what level? It depends on what exactly that he's doing that people are complaining about. He posted pictures of her, right? I want to believe that the girl in question, his wife, is not dumb, is not stupid like that. I really, really want to believe that. But if you look at the Kanye West and his relationships, they've not been normal like that. When he was with Amber Rose, there was this iconic photo of them on the red carpet. You know what he did? I think they have an understanding when it comes to him, and that's, look, if we are together, we can be anything. And talking about Kim, it was Kanye that changed Kim's dressing style to be mono, what's the word? Mono something, like where she wears only one color, top to bottom. Do you understand? He sort of changed her style. And then I think that it also takes a level of a level of creative genius or artistry for somebody to also entrust or believe you to say, okay, yeah, how do you want me to go? I mean, and then he has that. I feel like they should leave Kanye West alone. Kanye is dealing with a lot. Did you hear some of the things that he was saying that when they didn't let him see his daughter or visit his daughter, even attend his daughter's birthday and all these things? Did any of you come and ask me that, oh, why didn't they let you do that? Did you go and ask the people that stopped him from doing it why they didn't let him come see that they won't let him see the daughter or take the daughter to school? Like a lot of things that he's also having to deal with. So if this is his way of managing his happiness, they should let him be.
Oh, now that you mentioned school, I
Yeah.
just want to, as we wrap up, we understand that a certain Nigerian artist was at the cousin's school not too long ago, the Road to Black, taking along one of his co-sing colleagues artists to go pick up. I don't know if life will be normal for that child again after that visit in terms of the way the colleagues will see that. But let's pick up messages now. Let's go. Tayo's message is waiting. Celine Dion has left an indelible legacy. She's still here, please. In there, all of her music. Then she's truly rare and one of a kind. A been pleasure, but sad to hear her current state of being. I like what she did on Deadpool. That particular reporter stalking Kanye is a certified troll. She did the same thing with ASAP Rocky. If for anything, it's them not being free of her. Get a restraining order against that stalker now. Let Kanye breathe. And then Cisco Delgado comes. If King Sunny Ade extend his hand, I will never shake him. Rather, I will prostrate before him as a sign of great respect. Is a great icon of high life music. But again, in some cultures, women don't prostrate. They just curtsy. They just deep. They take a deep with it. It seems like the genuflect. That's what it is, I think, for where she's coming from. And I think it's attraction because they feel the Yoruba tribe is known for that. They don't joke with that prostration and that curtsy, depending on your gender. So that's why it's becoming more of it. Let's pick up Xavier's message from Bagada. It goes on. It goes on. I asked after you on Tuesday, James, you're comparing millennials to Gen Z. All of the names you have mentioned are millennials. Gen Z think everything is vibes and cruise. That's why a lot of them don't have sense. Xavier's words, not mine. That's his message. They refuse to receive the home training their parents gave them. Arasta, as a Yoruba girl, forgot that she was supposed to genuflect. I beg, spare me. Common sense, a lot of... Okay, keep moving on. Final message comes in from Olayinka Ilori. Says, Celine Dion is just one of the rare treasures that you cannot have enough of. Personally, she's the only one that I find very difficult to rate below Whitney Houston.
Nice.
So, James, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Yes, thank you for having me.
Just plug in.
Catch me on social media, James Silas on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, now known as X. If you reach out to me, send me a message or comment on any of my post or DM and say you are from the Grapevine, I'll always holler back. So thanks, and let's do it next week.
Yes, definitely. So this is where we say thank you all very much. It's been great using your company. Let's do it at about 9 o'clock. Lagos Talks coming up.